Do you ever think how much time we actually spend sitting as musicians? Musicians, producers, engineers, we're probably in our chairs longer than office workers. Editing, tweaking, and if you're doing video editing, it's kind of the same as well. You could be sitting down hours at a time. And yet most of us are sitting in something that's never been designed for that kind of work. So when Desktronic sent over their SitPro Ergonomic chair, I wasn't just curious, I was hopeful. Because my last chair was a bit of an experiment. Before this, I used that kneeling chair, and they promise perfect posture and rock solid core strength. And at first, it was great, and it is true. And the problem isn't the chair itself, it's me. I'm not 21 years old, I'm not even 30 years old with a good core to begin with. I'm 45, next month I'm 46, and I've got not one, but two slipped discs, which have weakened my core over the years. And as sessions doing mixing or video editing got longer and longer, I noticed my core was getting weaker. It was getting tired, and I was constantly adjusting myself, moving forward and leaning forward to adjust my core and my back. My lower back started to curve forward, and I've got a really tall monitor. This monitor is the LG Duo Up. It's like having two monitors on top of each other. It's at a ratio of 18:19. So as I'm leaning forward, I'm then looking up and then getting pain all down my neck. By the end of a mix session, I was standing up like a question mark, clicking my back. It just wasn't sustainable. Now, no disrespect for kneeling chairs, but I needed a different solution. I realized as I'm going to be spending maybe 6, 8, or even 10 hours at this desk, either recording, mixing, or mastering audio, or editing videos for YouTube or my courses, I need a chair that supports me the right way, not a chair that punishes me for sitting in it. Now, the SitPro looks the part. There's no wild gamer aesthetics on one side, and there's no corporate boringness on the other side. It's sleek, it's minimal, you can get it in the black or the grey, and actually in the grey I think it suits a studio really well. The frame construction is polypropylene glass fibre. It has a breathable mesh back and smooth premium finishes that feel like they just belong next to your favourite gear. I also went ahead and got the premium caster wheels that you can get from the Desktronic website, and honestly, total game changer. On the carpet, they're silent. On hardwood, there's no scraping, there's no rattling, and there's no resistance. I can just push very easily with my feet. I can roll between my desk and my keyboard setup right here without making a sound, as you can not hear. The whole setup just feels like it's been designed with creatives in mind and not for places that you have spreadsheets or conference calls. Now, to build this, it actually took about 20 to 25 minutes, and that included me fumbling around and using the wrong screws because I didn't read the instructions properly. The chair itself has a 3-year warranty, and when constructed, it's at a weight of 27 kilograms. Okay, so I thought I'd take you through the 9 different things this thing can do. Let's start at the top and work our way down. Starting with the headrest, you've actually got an adjustment this way and of course up or down as well. You can adjust it like this. I quite like that if I'm watching something, and then you can have it further down, and of course it can go up and down as well. Next, you've got the back piece. So the back piece, you can click forward and it'll just move up and down itself, the whole thing, which is really cool. So if you've got a taller or shorter upper body, this can adjust to you. Then inside of there, you've got the lumbar support. The lumbar support just moves up or down, and of course those two combined work really well together. I've just moved slightly forward because then I'm going to show you that everything to do with this back is adjusted with this lever. So if I have this down, I can move all the way back. I can lock it as well, and it stays in that position, which is really difficult to stay in. So if I unclick it, it's got 5 different levels, and you can adjust it how you like. Next is the 3D arms, and the 3D arms have a button that you can go up or down, and you can have it at certain click points. And then you've got out, you've then got in, and you've also got forwards and backwards. So these can move in specific ways. After that, you've got the seat, and the seat has a couple of adjustments, and they're all on this side. First of all, if I twist this that way, you'll actually notice that the seat moves forward and it rocks. You can see that? So it's changing your pelvic position. So if I click that into place there we go. Or if I click it further back, and there you go, it's locked in place. If I come to this front control, there are 3 things it can do. On the inside, if you push it down, you can actually move the seat forward, and you can move it completely forward. So I'm not even touching the back anymore. On the panel here, the next one is literally up or down, your typical up or down you find on most chairs. And then there's this dial, and this is to do with this, the back. So if I release this so I can lean back, it's about how much pressure leans back. So if I was to twist this dial and go this way, and then I lean back, and I'm gonna have to be careful here, there's no pressure at all. I can lean back very, very easily. If I twist it the other way, there we go, I have to put a bit of effort into the back to push it. Now the only one I kind of wish they improved on was the 3D arm. It's great they've got a button here for the height. You can't lock in the twist and you can't lock in the front and the back. It'd be nice if they could be locked. What I have found is if I get up and pull and use this as support, they move forward. And additionally, as I've been doing something, if I twist to one side, it'll twist to one side. I'd like to be able to lock these into position, so if I do put force on them, they stay where they are. So specifically for guitarists or bassists or something like that, it'd be cool if they had a version of this where they can have a version of the arm that cantilevers. It goes back, so you could click it out the way, so it's completely out the way, and maybe do it for both of them, so you could pull them back. So this ends up down here somewhere, and that way you're completely free, and then you could bring them back. For musicians, that would be a game changer. Now, I've had this chair for a couple of weeks, and the difference for me, certainly for my back, let's start with the lower back, has been night and day. Since going full-time on YouTube, I'm doing a lot of editing at this desk, and I'll play around with the seat depth and also the back support, so I can just very quickly change the back support where I need it and change the lumbar support. Then I can also change, of course, how much I want to adjust it, so it can be right up here, or I can move it back and then click it in place if I'm listening to a mix or if I'm watching a YouTube video. If I totally want to relax, I can go all the way to the back. And this is quite comfy, if I'm honest. Now my posture does feel more natural. There's less weight on my shins with things like the kneeling chair. And one thing you realize when you're sitting in a good posture is focus. I stay focused for longer because I'm not fidgeting or adjusting myself or trying to re-engage my core on the kneeling chair. And that little adjustment can actually stop your flow of what you're doing. What I'm trying to say is when you're not distracted by discomfort, you stay creative for longer. Sessions just feel smoother when I'm editing or mixing, therefore my energy stays up, and then I'm also not reaching for painkillers at the end of the day. I can actually just grab something by shifting, moving my hips sideways, as opposed to having to get off the kneeling chair and then get back on again and readjust myself. With the premium wheels that glide so easily, I actually move more, which is ironic. It sounds funny, but it keeps my body engaged instead of just frozen in one spot, which is what was happening with the kneeling chair. I can shift, I can move, and I can adjust the seat depth and everything else in the moment of what I'm doing. Now, when you're looking at chairs, yeah, sure, you can find a cheaper chair. You can also record yourself on cheaper microphones and do your mix on budget headphones, and we all know how that goes. There's also really expensive chairs, but they don't seem to do what the SitPro does. There's some that don't even have 5 parts of adjustment, let alone 9. But for me, the SitPro is a tool within the studio. This is an upgrade that touches every part of your workflow. You'll feel it in your posture, and therefore you'll feel it in your focus, and then even in your mood at the end of the day. So for me, it wasn't really, why should I get one? It was more like, why wouldn't I get one? So yeah, the Desktronic SitPro ergonomic chair. There's links in the description box if you want to go and grab one in either the black or the grey. And right now, as I record this, they're doing a huge Black Friday discount, which is from now until the end of the month. I'd like to thank Desktronic for sending this out to me and actually changing my posture and helping me not have as much pain throughout the day. And if you do want to grab one for yourself, as I said before, link is in the description box. Right, I better get back to this mix. I'll see you on the next one.